Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Standing beside me here this afternoon is Mr. Tunji Oshinulu. He's the head of business development and real estate sales for Mixter Nigeria. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity. Well, actually, this is the second event we're sponsoring in England.
Okay.
We sponsored Waka the musical last month.
Okay.
And we're trying to get into the diaspora market.
Right.
And we're also identifying with companies that represent the ethos we stand for.
Right.
Which is that there's good news coming out of Africa beyond famine and all the other things we see on network news.
And what's been the highlight for you?
I think probably the sports events, seeing everyone participating and having fun, especially all the young children.
Right. And how about you, ma'am?
The old people.
The old people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to play football.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you take part in any event
No,
yourself?
I was watching them.
Oh, okay. You were in the clapping event?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And so I take it that everybody will be here next year?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. So we appreciate your sponsorship.
Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure meeting the family. What would you say are the advantages of being a member of this association?
Okay. Firstly, it will be good for such people to be involved with their own alumni because everyone on the committee is a representative of their alumni. So that's the first thing. One of the main advantages for me and for my association is that I have learned to bounce ideas of other people who are more knowledgeable and other people who are more experienced in doing things like this. And that has kind of enhance my own ability to be able to do some other things in my own private life as well as for my association. So it is important that we come together. It's a good opportunity to network. It's a good opportunity to share experiences and just to build ourselves together as Nigerians and as people who's enjoyed the privilege of being educated in Nigeria.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Standing beside me here this afternoon is Mr. Tunji Oshinulu. He's the head of business development and real estate sales for Mixter Nigeria. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity. Well, actually, this is the second event we're sponsoring in England.
Okay.
We sponsored Waka the musical last month.
Okay.
And we're trying to get into the diaspora market.
Right.
And we're also identifying with companies that represent the ethos we stand for, which is that there's good news coming out of Africa beyond famine and all the other things we see on network news.
And what's been the highlight for you?
I think probably the sports events, seeing everyone participating and having fun, especially all the young children.
It's been a pleasure meeting the family.
We can't get enough of those razzmatazz from last year's, and we'll come to give you a dose of what has indeed transpired or what you have been watching when we left you. On that note, I welcome you to a program that truly should hold its own any day, anytime. So much to talk about when it comes to sports. Only this afternoon we have goals coming here, there, and center in the EPL. In Africa, Nigeria to be precise, tension hits the rock as Benin Republic shakes the Chance Super Eagles, if we put it that way. We'll get to give you details of how things are indeed proceedings. Other countries that have since told the exit gates, we get to call them, perhaps shame them in one way or the other. Even the big names in football will not be heading to Chan. Also, so many things happening. The IAAF has since finished talking about London 2017, but the fallout of it, the stories that are making the rounds, we get to give to you. By this time next week, it will be nothing but boxing stories, boxing hype of how the money man, perhaps, will once again cash in on what we will call extravaganza. We'll get to look at all of this. Of all of this also, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they have their hands full. They will be confronting the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Can they do it? They looked jittery when they confronted their counterpart, the South Africans. We get to dilute all those stories, and of course, usher it with what is happening. Arsenal is, as we speak, playing Stoke. We get to also look at that critically and see how things transpires. I haven't changed my name. I won't. On the day I do, you will be the first to know. Chris Obukwelu is my name. Nice to have you. Tell your friends, your neighbors, all of them. Tell them it's time to talk sports. So much on for today's show. Before I came in, I'm told that most of you could like to have a word to also contribute to our show. We understand that, but sometimes we don't bring you into the studio. We leave you with our producer to have some chat, because sometimes on this show, time doesn't allow us to give you all that we need and package for you. We will have at least 1 hour, 30 minutes to talk sports here, so relax and let's exactly tell you what is happening. But before we give you all those stories that are making the rounds, have you thought of what you'll be doing bank holidays, especially those of you living in the UK? Oh, if you haven't, then there is something happening. Most of you are already packaged for this. But then again, these programs bring you close to exactly how you should spend your time during the bank holidays. And with that notion, I introduce you to a man who, his energy, and of course, other committees members who have been holding their own, have indeed made sure that the annual Sports and Family Fun Day have never been a dull moment. They have, from day one, been hitting, the targets. And this is the 6th edition. What are you waiting for? All the information, get a pen if you can. Of course, that with a book, you want to do it with your telephone or your tablet, get ready, because there's so much information that will be given to you. Your kids and your family, they will enjoy every bit if they go to this event. Wait for it. I introduce to you man who has, in every ramification, held his own any day. Dele Dada is here with me in the studio. Dele, it is another year, it is another time, it is the 6th edition.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Every time you come around, it's like, oh, hold on, there's bank holiday coming somewhere. Exactly. What are we looking at? This is the 6th edition. Every year they say, it's like you guys can't top it up. What else can we expect from this beautiful, Nigerian School Foundation UK, which is doing the 6th edition of the annual Sports and Family Fun Day?
Okay. Just to give a flavor to what you have said, it's the Nigerian Schools Foundation's Family Fun Day. It's the 6th edition. Even if I can say so myself, it's tried and tested. Last year, we had close to 2,000 people that attended. And we are holding this event at Alliance Park in Hendon, NW4, 1RL, and it's a weatherproof stadium. I emphasize that because even if it's raining, we still have a good time. The show must go on. Oh, the show goes on. And like I said, last year we had close to 2,000 people. So we're expecting even more than that this year. Our publicity has been, we've been publicizing the event now for a couple of months, and we're really looking forward to having much more than 2,000, the 2,000 number that we had last year. So for all those that are watching on television, I would say it's a family event. There's something for everybody to do. It's for the whole family. Nobody should be left out. Please come along on the day. And it's Sunday, 27th May. Good.
Yeah. So I think from his own perspective, Dele's own perspective, he has just given you, what I'll call a summary of what we're expecting. But then again, expect me to dig in to know exactly what they have packaged and all of that. Yes. But what is most important is that it's on a Sunday, be it rain, even if snow is going to come down on that day, whichever thing that happens, you are protected from the weather. It's everything is proved. And I'm being told it starts from 12 p.m. and of course runs up till 7 thereabouts. So what does that simply mean for those of you who will like to go to church and activities like that? Why not? You can always go, but make sure that you leave early. Hopefully the pastors will not finish like those ones we have in Africa. Not a long service. So I hope at 12 o'clock the services are all finished. Then why not come and take part in something that is really, really entertaining. Okay, let me go back to you. Bank holiday Sunday, 27th August 2017. What have been packaged? We know that there is a lot, but we need to hear from you and make sure that these things are packaged rightly.
Well, there are track events for everybody. You'll be surprised to see mothers and fathers running on the track. The track events look after all manner of people. The children will run, the parents will run at different times. And we actually have a highlight of the track events called Catching the Train, where people come out in traditional attire and run on the track. If what happened last year is anything to go by, people are in stock for a lot of fun. So yes, I would say, apart from athletics, the football competition is keenly contested. We have table tennis, we have lawn tennis, a host of events generally. And like I said, there are also board games. So there's no way you will attend the event and won't be looked after.
Talk to me about the Principal's Cup football.
Always keenly contested. It's modeled on the Principal's Cup that we used to have in Nigeria when I schooled there. And for a couple of years, different schools have won it. Igbobi College won it 1 year. Baptist Academy won it the other year. Government College, Ikorodu. And so it's always keenly contested. And I can assure you that there's a lot of banter behind the scenes. And,
already.
People are already getting ready. People are training for it. So come on the day and have fun. Okay. That would be my advice.
The question people might also be asking is, for some of us who drive, when we get there, I mean, we'll be struggling to have parking space. What have you arranged?
No, loads of parking. If last year is anything to go by, the parking lot was not full. There's enough to take as last year, like I said, close to 2,000 people, and the car park was not full. I think that says it all. in terms of the car park. So people can drive there, no problem with parking whatsoever.
Good. And talk to us about the security. That is one of the most important things. This is your 6th edition.
Yes.
From the 1st to the 5th edition, we haven't had any security issues. Are we expecting a free jam for the 6th edition?
Yes. Like I said earlier, it's tried and tested. Security has been taken care of. We've never had any issue of security, and I put that down to one of the things I put that down to is that we look after security. We give it all the appropriate arrangements are in place.
Okay. Just wanted to know that if schools want to be part of this, how do one become part of you guys?
Yes. Well, we have close to 40 schools on our books, and I will be the first point of call if a school wanted to join, say between now and Sunday when the event is going to happen. They could call me. My phone number is 07956 852581. I did not introduce myself at the onset of this television interview. I'm the public relations officer for the group, so naturally I will be the first first point of call if a school decided to join.
Yes. And the school perhaps must have had its roots in Nigeria.
Yes, the association comprises really of Nigerian alumni. So the school must have its roots in Nigeria, and preferably they must have an association, an alumni association here. That's the starting point. And obviously, if they do want to join, we charge £200, and that takes care of everything for the year, including this event that I'm talking about.
Good. And so this event is just like wrapping it up for the year, is it?
Wrapping it up. But I must say that I think this is the point where I let viewers know that although this is a sports event that we're having on the 27th of May, our key ethos is to promote education in Nigeria. We want to showcase education in Nigeria, remembering the quality of education when we were in Nigeria. And so we also have other events. One of our well-tended events, apart from the sports event, is our educational seminar, and that usually takes place in June, on or around June. So apart from a sports event, we have other things that we do too.
Good.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the Nigerian education is nothing to write home about, which I will not want you to go into because it will perhaps sleep here on the day. For someone who goes into the university and spend nothing less than 7